What if I told you that one of humanity's most outstanding engineering achievements was completed with the push of a button from 2,000 miles away? Stay until the end to discover how humans literally moved mountains to connect two oceans. October 10, 1913. President Woodrow Wilson sits in the White House, his finger poised over a telegraph key. 2,000 miles away in Panama, workers hold their breath. Wilson presses down, and boom. The most enormous explosion in history up to that point detonates the Gamboa Dike, and water from the Atlantic begins rushing toward the Pacific. The Panama Canal is open. Well, unofficially. The grand opening wouldn't happen until August 1914. But this moment, this is when the dream becomes reality. Think about what this means. For centuries, ships had to sail all the way around South America, a journey of nearly 8,000 miles that could take months. Now, a shortcut of just 51 miles that takes about 10 hours. But getting here, that's where the real story lives. This isn't just about digging a ditch. This is about humans refusing to accept the word impossible. Let me give you a sense of scale. Workers removed over 200 million cubic yards of earth and rock. If you loaded all that dirt into boxcars, the train would circle the Earth 4 times around the planet. They're not just digging, they're battling a continental divide. The Culebra Cut, now known as the Gaillard Cut, required carving through a mountain range. We're talking about moving an entire mountain, shovel by shovel, dynamite blast by dynamite blast. And here's what makes this even more remarkable. The French tried first in the 1880s and failed spectacularly. Yellow fever and malaria killed over 22,000 workers. The jungle was literally eating the project alive. But when the Americans took over in 1904, they did something revolutionary. Before moving dirt, they waged war on mosquitoes. Dr. William Gorgas leads a massive public health campaign. They drain swamps, install screens, and fumigate buildings. They turn medicine into engineering's foundation. John Stevens, the chief engineer, transforms the project with American railroad efficiency. Then George Goethals takes over and finishes what many called impossible. These aren't just engineers, they're orchestrating one of the most significant human endeavors in history. Now here's the engineering genius that blows my mind. They cannot simply dig a trench at sea level because the terrain does not permit it. So they create something extraordinary, a water elevator. The locks lift ships 85 feet above sea level, float them across a man-made lake, then lower them back down on the other side. Each lock chamber holds 26 million gallons of water. That's enough to fill 40 Olympic swimming pools every single time a ship passes through. And they do this using only gravity, no pumps, just brilliant hydraulic engineering from 1913 that still works today. On August 15, 1914, the SS Ancon became the first official ship to transit the canal. But honestly, October 10, 1913, when Wilson pressed that button and the oceans started meeting, that's the moment the world changed. Within a few years, global shipping routes will undergo significant changes. Trade explodes, the Pacific and Atlantic are finally connected. The world becomes smaller, more accessible, more connected. So why does a 110-year-old construction project matter to you today? The Panama Canal teaches us something powerful about human determination and collaboration. 34 years from the first attempt to completion. Thousands of workers from dozens of countries. Engineers who refused to quit. Doctors who conquered disease. All working towards something that seemed impossible until it wasn't. Every time you order something online, there's a good chance it came through a canal that people said couldn't be built. Every global connection we take for granted stands on the shoulders of people who moved mountains, literally. What's your impossible project? What mountain are you trying to move? Drop your story in the comments below. The History Sparks community believes in the power of persistence, and we'd love to hear what you're building. If stories of human achievement light your fire, Hit that subscribe button and join the History Sparks family. We're exploring the moments when people refuse to accept limits every day of the week. Thanks for watching. Remember, impossible is just a word waiting for the right team to prove it wrong.